trying to grab the other two.
You want to try again?
Virtual.
There we go. That's the route. Forgot to choose the code.
Oh, that was your last mission. So you should have left your robot there.
Yeah,
You would have lost more points.
yours, 1 more point. So every time if you figure out the robot is on board.
We have 53 seconds left.
Great luck.
There you go, guys.
Good job, McKin Nuggets.
Yeah, we got one. Woo! Try it again. Run it again. 10 seconds left. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Spark, how do you feel? Do you feel victorious? Did you have lots of fun? That was hard, wasn't it? Clicking. I keep seeing the 3N and I want to say chicken. How do you feel about that? Amazing. It's hard, right? This isn't easy. So, here's my biggest word of advice. 2 weeks before competition, you need to stop solving missions and you just need to practice what you have. Okay? And once you don't have something until you can do it under the 2.5 minutes consistently 5 times. Okay? If you can do something 5 times, you practice, you don't do it, then start going trying to solve other stuff. But starting at least 2 weeks before competition, you should be doing a little bit now. But stop trying to solve individual times, because that's not the game. The game in the end is doing that under pressure, and it's hard. What time are we at? I have 5 minutes. I want to give you some other tips and tricks I have learned over the years on how to set up your robot and get them to do things easier. Okay? I need a robot. Sorry, you guys won't get to run, but I'm going to use your robot example. First thing I always recommend, and this matters less now, when you build your robot, build a skirt around it. Okay? What that's going to do, it matters a little less this year, but if your robot starts to go under control and then it's going to get hung up on stuff, or if there is stuff left over on the playing field accidentally, like a marker flag, then the skirt is just going to push stuff out of the way, where this is going to mess everything up. Okay? So I encourage you to screw it around the base or some protection around the bottom. There's a few things is to do things like sliders. So you might have, so especially this one, where it's doing a straight run to here, if you build yourself something on the side, maybe it's angled in the front and back, and put it against the wall, then you never have to worry about that wheel turning and catching and messing things up. And, pro tip, you can actually program your robot to go straight the whole time. Similar to that, especially if you're going out this way, you can build something in your back of your robot, so you just put it up against the back. If you do that, it's always going to be straight when it comes out. Okay, so when you line it up right now, right, maybe your back wheels are touching, maybe not. You don't really want your back wheels touching those. That rubber can catch. Okay, so if you build yourself a little bumper at the back, then you just line it up and you just need to worry about side to side. You don't have to worry about is it straight. Little trick in here, it matters less with today's robots too. You see how there's a little play in wheels? Okay, that's going to affect how your robot cries straight when it first starts. Just give it a little pull forward or backward, and then put it in position, or pull it back into position. Okay.
Another pro tip: make sure that your rubber wheels clean, because if like one wheel is more dirty with some dust and etc., it will not spin equally, and your robot will start like going with an error. And especially if you need to go from one side somewhere far, this error will be more and more and more, and your robot will go not as you expected. So another option with the bumps, that's what I recommend to build some bumps. And other teams and options you can build in some garage from a Lego parts. You like build garage, then you will make sure that your robot always starts this garage from this position. You will not every time adjust with your eyes, okay, this is right and wrong. So you will know, okay, I set up garage based on this line, and then my robot goes straight.
So a trick that might be, if your robot needs to start way out here, jake is another word we use. You build yourself a jake that you're just going to put up against the wall, and then you're going to slide your robot up against it. So you get, that jake just stays there. You might move it away from the robot or not. That's okay. It's just one of those many tips and tricks. I'm going to go back to cleaning not only, so your mat is going to get used, models are going to get fallen apart, and your hands, I doubtful, your kids, I'm an adult who doesn't do this, you need to be washing your hands when you're touching this. So if you're putting and touching the mat all the time and your hands have food on them, maybe you have a group snack, you're putting that food on the table, that's changing the traction on the table. So clean your wheels, clean your table, watch your mission models are staying built how they're supposed to.